Fine. What even is this anymore? Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. You're probably wondering if you're even watching this. What? Who's this guy? Why am I subscribed to him? Because apparently there's still 100 of you. I expect there's a good chance there'll actually be less after I upload this video, and quite frankly, I would not blame you. But a friend of mine pointed out that I never actually completed my conquest of the galaxy from many, many years ago. And I haven't really done much on YouTube. Well, sort of, anyway. At least on this channel, that you know of. Since then. But you know what? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and finish what we started. I don't know if it's actually gonna matter. Sure, large, because that's apparently the intermediate. I guess there's epic and uber above that. I feel like I don't remember if this even was a thing back in the day. I am gonna go up to hard, even though I haven't played PA in a while. I see that that's still technically the middle difficulty, and I don't actually know like how, literally like don't even know how good the AI is. So maybe it's a mistake. Maybe I really like should actually just do medium, but whatever. I'll do the progenitor because that's my classic commander. Name. I accidentally took a screenshot when you look at that. Name. Fine. Fine. Andrew, at your request. Here we go. Alright. And of course, Faction Foundation. I remember that much. From many, many years ago. That we were the Foundation. The Emperor left us alone on a planet. Yeah, to reawaken and reestablish.
Like you, Commander, they seek answers among the stars. Find the others, rip apart their planets, stop the spread of other factions, and annihilate them.
I love how it's like, oh, the Commander! Yes, there are others out there. Oh, this isn't even that big. Whatever. I did large, so fair enough. Maybe I should have done, like, Uber or whatever. Whatever. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. It's been, like, forever and a day since I've done this. Okay. But I do love how it's like, yeah, they all want to know what's up, too. And it's like, well, good. I guess it's good we'll just murder each other, then. We're not going to try and, like, you know, work together. We have to just resort to murdering each other. I wonder why, like, what's the explanation as to why we all woke up at the same time? Slumber for millions of years, awaken to a galaxy that contains only echoes of civilization, and they now battle. Like, following directives, because maybe we're like a dumb kind of AI, you know? Like, we don't have, like, we just have a simple directive we have to follow. Okay. Can I only acquire one of these? So we can build artillery structures, we can increase our storage capacity, or we can increase the speed of naval units and their health and damage. I feel like I remember naval units not always coming up that much, as opposed to artillery, which I do actually remember using somewhat. Okay, so we only use one, so that's alright. Then I'm going to jump back to our home base. I don't know if we get attacked, because I remember back in the day we would never get attacked. But I don't know if, like, that's still the case.
Scanning.
So we can make ourselves efficient. We can increase metal and energy production by 25%. It also grants metal and energy storage. That's pretty good. Increases damage of all orbital units by 25%. I feel like increasing our eco by 25% is probably better. Okay, so we've got a decent eco, and we've got artillery, which adds dignity to what would otherwise be an ugly brawl. I don't know if we want to work our way around the edge, or how we want to try and chew through the galaxy here. We have 3 systems under our control, apparently. Let's just, if we could see, like, in my mind, I don't know what's the most strategic. I kind of like this one that's, like, isolated here. We technically control 2 systems that connect to it. Okay, and it does actually have multiple connections in and of itself. I didn't know if maybe this was only connected to ours, but that's alright. Okay, can we bypass? No, okay. So we'll fight this guy. Blaham refuses to communicate. Oh, never mind. I should have read that before I hit fight. Oh well. Alright. Cool. Approaching star system. Just had to look over, make sure we were actually recording. That would have been upsetting. I get motivated to actually do this for the first time in forever. And then it's like, oh yeah, didn't record it. Probably would, I don't know if I would have actually been willing enough to do it again. Alright, so... I'm curious what all they've added, honestly, since last time. I see we're on a one-planet system, keeping it simple. I do remember there was an abundance of one-planet systems from the first Galactic Conquest we tried many years ago. So I'm hoping that there's not too many one-planet systems in, like, the newer version of the game or whatever. I'm gonna pull my microphone a little closer. I think it looks like my levels are okay. Let me just modify that a little bit. Okay. Sorry if things were weird for a while. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to... I think 2 is a better start location. We're going to go with 2, and then we'll probably expand predominantly to the south, figure out where our enemy is. Alright, I don't know what we start with. I don't know if we only have bots or vehicles or what. I think that might have actually been from the first screen. Maybe we just have vehicles. Okay, yeah, we just have vehicles. That makes sense, because I said you have vehicle commander. And then I saw it let me choose a, like, walker commander, and I thought maybe that meant that... I don't know. I didn't put it all together. I'm sorry. I know there's... I shouldn't say there's a bunch of people watching who are like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, because there's probably not that many people watching. But, if there is someone who's watching who knows what they're talking about, they're probably a little frustrated. And I apologize. But that is, you know, that's reality. So, I mean, just... I'm assuming the land, you know, game hasn't changed that radically, right? So we're gonna go ahead and just, you know, get our eco up and running here. I bet it looks like I could basically just go for like a second factory right away. Like, I can't remember if that was a thing we could do from the start. Like, I feel like there are some games where, you know, like you can pretty much go straight into the factory, right? Which is kind of what we did here. There's other games where, you know, they sort of have the design, the economy feels balanced in a way that encourages you to actually build a couple of resource structures first. Obviously, TA was kind of like that way back in the day, where it generally seemed like it was better to, you know, if you just went straight into a factory, it usually meant that you were going to stall very early on, and you might technically have enough metal, but probably not enough energy. So it's a good idea to at least build... like a couple of wind generators or something before you build a factory. But it seems like the way games have gone generally encourages, you know, getting into the action faster, which I totally understand, and so it seems like more recently you build the factory first, so that way you could just start pumping out units and get to fighting early on. So let's just do that, keep our normal expansion strategy going. I love, again, the conceit of pretty much any game in which there's like economy like this established on multiple planets. Like, whoever the incumbent is, so to speak, should just roll you, right? Like, there's no way. Like, if I'm just landing with just my commander, how on Earth, or, well, we're not on Earth, so there's a reason. How could we possibly... Oh, there we go. We got some contact going on. How could we possibly actually establish ourselves in a way? There's our artillery that we acquired. Oh, we can't build advanced factory. That's gonna suck a little bit. I just noticed that. We can't build advanced. We can build orbital stuff, it looks like, but we cannot build advanced, so we're just gonna have to go with the spam strategy. Alright. Let's do it. I don't know what our enemy is capable of building. He might only have, like, basic units too, hopefully, because I do remember... I feel like the bridge in this game between advanced and basic was a bit far, so hopefully our enemy only can build basic stuff as well. Let's, expand our production, then, instead of focusing on building up, an eco to... Well, I mean, we're still going to build up an eco, because that's sort of the whole point. But instead of teching up, we're going to just, I guess, keep expanding our bases here. What a drifter. I feel like I don't remember the drifter or the striker. This is striker, if it's fast combat vehicle thing, probably decent for scouting, I would assume. Doesn't feel that fast. Yeah, I feel like... Is it even faster than the tank is? Oh, okay, it's because they were in a group. So it is a little faster. It's not like it's not exactly amazing, but, you know, it is, I guess, marginally faster. Alright, let's just keep doing this. Oh, there are airplanes. Okay, the enemy does have things in the air. Okay. Alright, guys, let's get... We need trucks with missiles in addition to the trucks with guns. My bad. Alrighty, then you guys need to start making missile trucks. We have not found evidence yet of the enemy's base. Alrighty. I mean, it seems... Say we don't have evidence, but it does seem to be in this direction. Okay, so that bomber is going to be a little annoying. Let's just keep cranking out some more vehicles here. Do I have any... There don't need to be two of you. We're doing well on energy. Let's just get some AA turrets popped up around the base. Commander, once you finish that factory, you can put a few up as well. You guys put up a few, maybe like a turret or two just in case one of their annoying little things gets through. You guys, alright, we got a decent army started up here. Okay. What are you? Okay, some of my random tanks. Let's try and find their base. Maybe it's down here somewhere? Okay. You build an AA turret. I wonder if the scout plane still has a gun. I just noticed the scout plane, but I didn't notice it shooting at us. Remember some old video I put up? Oh, yep, okay, so the enemy base is down this way. Old video I put up where I killed an enemy ACU in multiplayer with a swarm of scout planes from many years ago. Good times, right? Trip down memory lane here in Planetary Annihilation. I don't even know what the multiplayer community looks like currently. I feel like there's still people playing Forged Alliance though, so I mean, I don't know if this game's held on quite that well, but there are certainly communities out there for ancient games. I wonder how TA is doing. It's been so long since I played Total Annihilation. Like, I know in my mind, intellectually, it's not actually that good, balance-wise, compared to, you know, more modern stuff, but in my heart, I still want to play Total Annihilation. I feel like you always have to figure out some, like, backhanded, hacky way of playing it, though, unfortunately. Alright, what do we have here? Getting into the enemy base a little more. Who's shooting? What kind? Is it more of the suicide bomb things? Is that what keeps harassing those little metal extractors? I feel like when I zoom out, I zoom way out. without even meaning to. Alright. I feel like based on the current level of resistance we're meeting, our forces are probably sufficient to overcome his base, I think. We could be wrong. But we're getting in, yeah, it looks like we're getting like closer into the actual like core of the base here, considering we're finding factories. Don't see any advanced tech yet, thankfully. Definitely he has a decent resource base, decent production base going on here. But we are at least gonna be, I think we're taking, yeah, there's no way he survives this. It's kind of a cool commander model. But here we go. Boom. Goes way up into the atmosphere, but yeah. First planet has been taken over from the inferior robots. Why are they inferior and why are we dedicated to fighting? Who knows? But we've decided that we must fight them. We must eliminate them. Okay, we can reduce the cost of metal and energy structures by 50%. That's not... I feel like, especially the metal extractors aren't really that expensive to begin with. That might be useful for, like, the advanced energy stuff. Storage. I don't know, none of these, like, really jump out to me. I guess the economy fabrication is the best. It'd be either that or the armor. I think I'm gonna go with economy fabrication. And, okay. Oh, we can read it after we kill them, okay. Balam or whatever refuses to communicate in any form more advanced than binary data transfer, believing more complicated exchanging involving packets and complex files to be noisy and that they damage synchronization. Ironically, this has made him one of the less popular commanders among the Synchronous. Interesting. Brutus was actually once a member of the Foundation. Ah, traitor. When exposed to the old progenitor records of the great conquerors, he became convinced the Enlightenment lied in the great conquest that Commander Invictus pursued. When swearing allegiance, Brutus brought with him valuable Foundation intelligence and old records that have helped shape the cultural identity of the Legion we know today. But he is apparently gone traitor, so I think we will go after him. Alrighty. And another lonely planet. This one does have a pool, sort of. I know it's an ocean. I'm calling it a pool because it's like there's a lot more land than there is ocean. I feel like we'll just steer clear of the water for now and focus on land. Don't have airplanes, though. That is going to be a bummer. Still don't have airplanes. Definitely will get airplanes as soon as that tech becomes available. I think that's what we're going to want to go for. But, I mean, I guess we have better than airplanes. That's kind of funny to think about, because we've got the orbital launcher. So, can't fly through the air, but we can fly into space. You know, which makes sense, I guess. Not really. Alrighty. I feel like the only problem with this is just how... You understand why they wanted to streamline starting, right? Because the beginning of almost all strategy games are so similar. I mean, with some exception, like I guess with StarCraft. I mean, technically all of them have like the set opener, but then there's like some modifications on the opener depending on exactly what direction you want to go with your strategy. But it's all very samey, is how it kind of ends up feeling. So you understand why they wanted to try and figure out ways of minimizing our time. I don't want to be caught off guard by airplanes again, so we'll go ahead, make that right away, and we'll keep building the traditional land factory. For generations of commanders, the vehicle factory has been respected as the most sophisticated and elegant combat platforms available. So, we'll purge the heretic, I guess, and get on with our day. This will probably be, I'm thinking for now, 2 planets an episode would be a good margin. I also want to make sure I actually have quite a few episodes in the can before I upload, because I don't want to upload anything if I don't actually finish this, because I feel like that sort of would defeat the purpose. So if you're watching this, just know that it's probably because I already have completed multiple other episodes, so try not to panic too much that this might be another endless series, and by endless meaning not that it continues for a long time, but in fact the opposite. Still no aerial contacts, which is good. You know what, we actually can afford more factories. I feel like my sense of scale is still messed up in terms of, like, how many factories you could support relative to how many economic structures you have, because I feel like with relatively few economic structures we can support a pretty substantial number of building or production centers. So, which again is, you know, modern gaming, I suppose. Help you get into the action as quickly as possible. Focus more on actually killing instead of building things that help you kill. And in fairness, that is... Oh, we got a destroyed unit cannon. That's fun. In fairness, that is like a critique of a lot of RTS games that fall more into this genre of, like, the base building, eco-management. Of, like, it's really, like... It is economy with extra steps. It's like, okay, it's just the economy game where you have to just balance, like, do you expand your economy more and, you know, risk having less resources at that moment while you're expanding to put into your military, but possibly if you put too much into your military at first and you don't win right away, now you're in a situation where the other guy is going to have more resources to convert to units later. Where is his base? That's interesting. I figured it'd be down here, but it must be in this area. Fascinating. You guys build me a radar tower, please. And we will find out... Okay, okay, yep, there we go. We got some stuff going on. Okay. Some aircraft.
Nutrient energy. Expand your production.
So let's build a few turrets, just because the enemy seems to just be sending these, like, small little groups of units around to harass areas. And we've already colonized most of this planet, actually, amusingly. Oh, so the AI really seems to like those little suicide bots. I wonder if saying suicide on YouTube now is going to get me, somehow, you know, I mean, I'm not monetized, obviously, because of YouTube's monetization requirements that I most certainly do not meet, but I wonder if, like, it'll get the video, you know, depressed in its reach or whatever. Not that it matters, there's no way to measure even, you know, it's been so long since I've uploaded, like, it's like, oh, did you, are you not getting any, oh, that's a bummer. Lost our artillery. But like, are you not getting views because... Okay, we're about to kill him. Are you not getting views because YouTube's trying to prevent it, or are you just not getting views because no one cares enough to watch? I think I know which one's more likely. But there we go. We've conquered 2 planets. We've defeated the evil traitor who, you know, betrayed us treacherously. And there we go. Ta-da! What tech do we get? I guess that's the last thing for the episode, right? So, does that mean we get to build everything twice as fast for less energy? Because that would be pretty cool. I'm gonna acquire that. And, yeah. That sounds good. That's my relaunching, rebooting of the series. Congratulations. And thank you for watching episode 1 of Fine. I'll do it myself.